So, you have no idea how long we've been waiting for this, and now it's finally here. This is the MSI Claw A8, powered by the all-new AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip. Super fast, powerful, and definitely a big step forward for handheld gaming. But it's not the only one making waves. Asus also dropped the ROG Ally X not too long ago, upgraded with more RAM, faster storage, and a more refined design. So, in today's video, we're putting these two side by side to see which one's really worth your money. Let's start with the design, as that's where some of the most noticeable differences show up. The Asus ROG Ally X keeps the same design of its predecessor. Size-wise, it's around 11 inches long, 4.37 inches wide, and just under an inch thick. At 1.49 pounds, it has enough weight to feel solid and premium, but it's still light enough to carry around or play on the couch without feeling heavy on hand. And the grips are shaped better and comfortable to hold for longer gaming sessions. The buttons are placed closer to the joysticks, which makes the controls feel more natural and helps reduce hand fatigue. Overall, the build feels strong and well-made, with quality materials that show Asus knows how to make gear for serious gamers. Now, compared to the ROG Ally X, the MSI Claw A8 brings a fresh vibe to handheld gaming design while still keeping things practical. It seems to use the same display as the Claw 8 Plus AI, a 120Hz Full HD panel, just like the Ally X. But here's where MSI adds a nice touch. The A8 now supports variable refresh rate, so it should handle screen tearing better than the Ally X, offering a smoother visual experience. When it comes to how it feels in your hands, the Claw A8 goes for squared-off grips instead of the more rounded ones on the Ally X, and it makes it easier to hold. Plus, the two analog sticks feel smoother and more accurate, and the 4 face buttons now have a more tactile click. And then there's the look. While the Ally X sticks to a more standard, subdued design, the Claw A8 isn't afraid to stand out. It comes with a colorful front shell that instantly sets it apart from the usual black, white, or gray handhelds. Okay, time to check out what these two offer and how they perform. Starting with the X, the Ally X uses the Z1 Extreme processor. Now, this processor is part of the Phoenix line of processors and sits on AMD's Zen 4 architecture. Now, there are 8 identical big cores here. And because of simultaneous multi-threading, there are 2 threads per core for a total of 16 threads. It also uses a technology called CPPC2, which is essentially an API between the chip's firmware and an operating system like Windows that lets the operating system know which cores should be boosted. When it comes to performance, the ROG Ally X holds its own pretty well for a handheld, but it does have limits. The Ally X isn't built to run the AAA games like Avatar Frontiers of Pandora on ultra settings. Even with the lowest graphics and upscaling, it struggles with demanding titles. You'll often need to lower settings to get smooth gameplay. So if you're hoping to play the newest games on ultra settings, this isn't the device for that, but it offers great handheld gaming experiences currently available. Moving on to the MSI Claw A8, it takes a bold step forward with AMD's next-generation Ryzen Z2 Extreme processor, which showcased at Computex 2025 as a significant advancement over the Z1 Extreme architecture. This newer chipset potentially offers improved performance per watt and enhanced graphics capabilities, better thermal management compared to the current Z1 Extreme found in the Ally X. While specific memory and storage configurations for the Claw A8 haven't been fully detailed, MSI's entry into this competitive market suggests they'll likely match or exceed the Ally X's 24 gigs of RAM configuration to remain competitive. And the Claw A8 will likely have strong cooling and smart performance software, similar to what they use in their gaming laptops. And as it has the newer Ryzen Z2 Extreme processor and Radeon 890M GPU, which might give you around 15 to 20% better performance than the Ally X. but we'll need to see real gaming tests to know how much better it actually performs. Now, let's discuss how the battery performs. The Ally X packs an 80 watt-per-hour battery, which gives it a noticeable boost in endurance. According to Asus, it can last up to 6.8 hours when streaming video content like YouTube or Netflix, and for heavy gaming, it averages around 1.5 hours. Some early tests even suggest it could hit up to 8 hours under lighter usage. Now, talk about the MSI's Claw A8 battery life. It's expected to offer a similar 80 watt-per-hour battery and up to 24 gigs of RAM, but there's a twist. With the new Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip, it promises better performance per watt, and the Claw A8 could match or even beat the Ally X in battery life, possibly with a smaller or lighter design. MSI also has experience in power management from their gaming laptops, and their Dragon Center software could help fine-tune performance for longer play. The Asus ROG Ally X is a great deal, especially at its $699 Black Friday price. It packs impressive features like 24 gigs of fast RAM and 1 TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD. So that's basically about 25% cheaper than its original $800 price, and it still delivers great performance with the Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. You can even expect smooth 1080p gaming at 60 FPS on most big AAA games. Plus, it runs full Windows, so you get a lot for the price. On the other hand, the MSI Claw A8 is expected to launch later this year, but it hasn't announced an exact price yet. Since the previous model, the MSI Claw A8 AI Plus, is priced at $1,000, it's likely that this new AMD-powered version will also be on the expensive side. However, both have similar battery size and RAM, so the main advantage with the Claw A8 is just that newer chipset. Whether it's worth the extra money depends on how much you need that extra power. So, if you're looking for something solid and ready to go, the Asus ROG Ally X is a great pick, especially at that $700 deal. It's powerful enough for most games. The MSI Claw A8, though, is bringing newer tech with that Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip, which could mean better performance. But since we don't know the price yet, it's hard to say if it's worth waiting for. So if you want something reliable right now, go for the Ally X. But if you're okay waiting, the Claw A8 might be interesting. So, which one do you like more? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this comparison helped you out, give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.